to go and meet with the congressmen discussing these killings in Nigeria, and at the same time to convince them that if Tinubu's regime is doing something or is doing a lot about this, the Americans are not really convinced. But back in Nigeria, it has been a gale of kidnapping and killings, wanton killings. So, which has somehow got a lot of people also talking that if the Americans want to really help, like Donald Trump proposed, then they should hurry up, because it's obvious that since Donald Trump made that tweet, right, it seems like more and more attacks have been reported, not because there are more attacks now, but because there is more searchlight on these activities of these terrorists. Even the people themselves have now become reporters who have they are reporting the movement of these terrorists within their own vicinities, communities, even like hours before the strike. So Tinubu's regime continued to play hide and seek, propaganda and lies. They haven't really shown any real resolve to go after these terrorists, like these terrorists have increased their own attacks on Nigerians, school children. Some people are saying that what is going on with this new kidnapping of school children by this Fulani terrorist of recent, what actually led to that, the surge, including the swap as well. So people are saying, well, maybe apart from Nigeria, it seems that the terrorists are those who are indeed ready for America. There are so many kind of all in what is being kind of projected for that contraption. So if they tell you that you are not at war, they are lying to you. So yesterday, while Americans were discussing the killings and the kidnappings in Nigeria, even while they were still using the 25 school children they kidnapped in Kirby by 2 a.m. the following morning, in Patiri, I think that's the name of the place, Papiri, in Niger State. The Fulani terrorists struck again. Yeah, this time around, right, they took 52 children. These are like school children again. Girls. They have taken them successfully with no resistance, with no nothing. Even though we know that their former governor, they call him former governor, Bago, right, who said they have been using non-kinetic approach to negotiate with the terrorists after the terrorists shot down one of the Nigerian fighter jets in that same state. So, school children, what are they using them for? Others are saying that most of these children have been sexually abused, which Nigerian government is very much aware of, and they've always been keeping it, off the public, keeping it away from the public. So, why are the terrorists now embarking on these massive school kidnappings? And Nigeria government kept saying that they Rebadon, by the way, who is currently in Washington, trying to convince Secretary of State for America, right? He's trying to convince him that they have done so well. It's just I don't know whatever he's telling him. Probably we don't want you to come and strike them because we are dealing with them already in our own way. And in fact, we do not want you to come to Nigeria and possibly with the mindset of Christians are being killed. At the same time, online, they are pushing the narrative that Americans' interest is probably triggered or could even further trigger Christian Muslim clashes in Nigeria and so many other things they are throwing at it enough to try to shield these terrorists from actually getting what is coming for them. So Kolu yesterday announced that, well, not Kolu, it was actually Onofunuga that announced that they have sent Matawale. Matawale is a notorious terrorist himself, even though he's also the Minister of State for Defense in Nigeria. The irony, So Matawale was sent to Kebbi, as that's what they said. They sent him to Kebbi to go and look for the children kidnapped. And when Matawale got to Kebbi, as usual, right? He sort of like organized a sort of military parade for himself. While they are busy doing that in Kebbi, they've already kidnapped over 50 children again in Niger. This was Matawale in Kebbi, I believe, yesterday.
Move past you.
You know Mumu reach me, guy.
I swear to God.
That talk, I'm move past you.
I'm move past you, Gege.
I'm move past you.
Ask anybody.
See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God, I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before.
Me, Gege.
I'm move past you.
I'm move past you.
If you see where these people they mumu, it will be like a mumu competing with themselves. Vanity, self-aggrandizement, just vanity. Children got kidnapped days ago. That was on Monday, 5 days ago. Not a single one of them has been rescued, despite the fact that they've told us they've sent the Air Force, they've sent the Army, they've sent this, and they've sent Matawale. They said Matawale was a very good negotiator, and he understood the terrain so well to go and meet with the terrorists. 52 school children, right? They were taken from St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Niger State. That happened 2 a.m. this morning. Do you know what kind of logistics you are going to need to take 52 people plus yourselves successfully, undetected? How is that even possible? To kidnap one person, gossip, I don't think it's easy. Talk less of going into a place, shooting everywhere down, and taking children. So initially, we were told that the children they took from that school was actually over 200. But the school authority, right, they released a statement where they said, oh, they were still doing head counts when the media reported it. 52 school children, ranging from the ages of 9 and 12 children. Yesterday, in Safe, local government area of Zamfara, the same terrorists took 64 people. They kidnapped 64 people, including women and children. That was in Zamfara State yesterday. Yeah. The same criminals, this was like about last week or weekend, though. Yeah. The same criminals entered Angon. What is last weekend? It was on Monday, not even last weekend, when they killed 4 people in Eruku, in Kwara State. They also took 38 worshippers, including women and children. 38. And right now, as you are watching this video, you did not see that live view, live broadcast you saw that day, right? Right. You saw those people in that image, in that video? Those are the people the terrorists are now asking that for them to be released alive, then their relatives will have to cough out 100 million naira each. So they are demanding 3.8 billion naira ransom for what they did in Eruku. Right now, the terrorism has now been fully acknowledged in Kwara State. The Kwara State government, they have shut down schools in 5 local government areas of Kwara State because of the threat of this terrorism. And the purpose of all these jihadists is that you know that Boko Haram, the ideology is the same, right? Now, shut down the economy ministry of the people, destroy their economic base, at the same time, destroy their infrastructure, including schools. Shut them down, disrupt everything. And your government still feels like negotiating with them is also part of their strategy to keep you safe. No. The same criminals attempted to name Buhari in Abuja yesterday, the Federal Capital Territory. They attempted, right, to kidnap people in Buhari until policemen showed up. And guess what? Well, that was not that bad because they killed 2 policemen. And the policemen also killed 2 terrorists, according to them. This was also yesterday, right? Now, what do you call it? Somewhere in Goza in Borno State, right? They slaughtered 8 members of the civilian task force, all this their JTF. The terrorists, the Fulani terrorists, slaughtered 8 among the JTF members. The same way they have been slaughtering soldiers. You know what I mean? They did the same yesterday again. It was bloodbath, right? In the last 48 hours, it's been bloodbath. That you could easily just ask that, where's your president? Do you really even have a government? No, you don't, right? So you have 15 people abducted again, including nursing mothers, and 2 people killed. This was in Sabonbrini in Sokoto State. This was also yesterday. Listen to that again. 15 people abducted. That means 15 people kidnapped in Sokoto State, right? 15 people kidnapped, including 4 nursing mothers with babies, right? And this was in Sabonbrini, in Sokoto State. Not just that, right? Also, 4 rice farmers were also reportedly killed by these Fulani terrorists in Edu, in Kwara State, yesterday. Just the same yesterday, Thursday. Right. The terrorists also, right, succeeded, which is what they did this morning, in taking these 52 school children. And this is just a partly info week. Meanwhile, a year ago, when everybody was practically just feeling that what exactly was Tinubu doing, there were reports before the US Congress, right, of these old killings. They asked to rebut dump. And UN and rebut dump boldly told them, it was like, there's been no single strike of terrorism in Nigeria. This is the problem. denial.
Today we are beginning to see the end of Boko Haram in Nigeria, and that is a fact. It's not just talk. We've heard what was said. Since the coming of this administration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we have not witnessed one single terrorist act in Nigeria. Terrorist act, we mean like attack by terrorists. We have had it many in 2022. The attack on our train, our own prison, our gas battalion, our churches in 2022. And throughout 2023 and now, we have not witnessed one.
The UN Deputy Secretary General reiterates the crucial need for adequate resources to combat terrorism effectively.
So my hopes are that when I see the multi-stakeholder attendance here that has been put together by the NSA and our Office of Counter.
So, Rebadom, who is now in the US, trying to convince except that they are doing all their best with these terrorists. Meanwhile, the social media continue to actually expose them. It's a tough job, isn't it? They're trying to pretend that the contraption, which has most media blackouts, right? And the same thing, you expected that, and when you now leave that contraption, you realize that a lot of people knows what is going on. A lot of people knows what's going on. With fact, too, then you now discover that these people are actually it's either they are actually so stupid, or many Nigerians are very, very foolish and stupid deliberately. You understand? Because this is it. When you listen to them talk, sometimes you'll be asking yourself, hang on, what post did, who is this person? They say he's a minister. This one is a minister. Speaking for government, right? Say, yeah, this one. God damn it, man. So these are the horrible set of incompetent criminals that you have in your government. Like, you just look at that Nigeria and be like, so this when you look at Tinubu, and then you see all of those guys around him, with all these overinflated egos, right? Because of the office they are holding. And because of the way they talk to Nigerians anyway. So when you listen to them outside Nigeria, just be like, this person is so dumb. How is this one a minister? How is this one a governor? Because the worst of the land actually rules over the rest of the land. Right. So there is a minister they now sent to this, his own misinformation minister was sent to channels to go do some spinning. At least this one seems like a water don't pass Gary. You are trying to tell everybody that they are just exaggerating things. Then suddenly they are kidnapping children. So right now they are cooking what they are going to. They have been trying it since yesterday anyway, for about a week now. They have been saying that, oh, this is the pattern they used in removing a Berejolantano. Here you get that they have started, kidnapping school children. Nobody is saying what happened to your security in Nigeria, that they have made you to accept that it's all right for terrorists to be roaming your communities in the name of a peace meeting. Then you act surprised that they are kidnapping school children, they are kidnapping ordinary civilians and the rest of them. They are killing soldiers. Why are you pretending? Why are you asking stupid questions? If Tinubu and his gang are doing their own job, right? That they make it so impossible for anybody to come and do any mass kidnapping or touch any school in that contraption. Do you think you will be seated now and be saying they are using the same template they used for Jonathan? These are human beings, these are people's children, you know that. So they send somebody to go and spin it. The Minister of Misinformation.
There's no government, and I don't see the value that anybody, any administration will take, and especially the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's saying that people just get killed like that. It's a very sad thing. The president is really saddened by that, and that is why, even before this designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, even before the threats that President Trump issued, recall that the president had rejigged the security forces, removing the service chief, the chief of defense staff, and appointing new ones. Now, the idea is that at every time when you have these challenges, you come back and recalibrate and find ways and means of ensuring that you do the things that you are doing better so that you can guarantee the safety of lives and property of all Nigerians. But there is something very fundamental, Shehu, that we all need to talk about, and that is the designation or the perception in some quarters that that's what is called religious
doing. For reactive and not enough.
Let me say this. It is very easy